today's class, in the last days.
We're going to be examining in these last days, but I was taking fun that video for me, man. That one I was just telling you about, the sister with the friend. Hey, fine, I think it's Syracuse, Walmart's.
Syracuse, New York.
Yeah, I want to show you. It's just not going to be the people's out there in the world. It's going to be, yeah, that's it. It's going to be, bring me that video up. We're going to slide down a little bit. We're going to look at it a little bit. And you're going to ask yourself, is this a way? Go down a little bit. I don't want to start it right there. Go down right there. A little bit more. A little bit more. Right there. All right. Play it.
Wow.
Okay, let's go to the office.
Go back a little bit more.
Not pulling away from
Go
you.
back just a little bit more. A little bit more.
They just hurt.
We're going to finish out. Just
See,
finish the
that sister right there, she got on foot.
Right now, harassment.
Why she was? Because they jumped my sister just 2 days ago. They hurt my sister. They just hurt my sister. They just jumped my sister is a month pregnant. My sister is pregnant. My sister is pregnant. What? The other girl got me. They blind because they east or they white. So you're hurting my arm.
Hey, stop pulling away.
I'm not pulling away. I got beat by a cops before. I'm not pulling away from you. I'm black.
We're going to go to the office.
Are they gonna jump me? Wow.
Okay, let's go to the office.
Come on.
And you see where her sister dressed like.
You would be fine, right? Women peace, I would beat your ass.
Let's go.
I would beat your ass. Take the hand. Take the hand. I'ma leave. All right. No, my sister's pregnant.
Okay.
My sister's pregnant. No.
Okay, stop.
My sister's pregnant. She's pregnant.
Y'all see them friends?
All right. No, my sister's pregnant. No,
What's your name?
my daughter is right here.
Behind you.
Get off of me. Yo,
Ma'am.
Get the fuck off of me.
Your hands.
Get off. I don't care. It is a dog. Get the
Put
fuck
your
off of
hands
me.
behind your back.
Hey, go ahead,
You're
Paul.
ready to get on the...
I would ask you, what would you do in this situation? Do we know why the police was called? She said she was basically protecting her sister, right? A lot of questions in that video, and you thinking they're not going to try to use that conduct of our sisters or brothers, even out there in that world. Since I've been in this truth, I don't think I have never had to deal with an issue like that. Get 1 Timothy's, man, 3:1. Can't make this stuff up. 2 Timothy's, I mean.
2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come.
What shall come?
Perilous times shall come.
Dangerous times, man. Very wicked times. What are we seeing now in these last days? What are we seeing? What's one of the things that y'all are seeing? Do y'all know that people are going to gas stations and got their gun out now? Y'all ain't seen that, huh?
I just had a sister at the gas station right by my crib. Got her brains blown out about 2 weeks ago.
This is happening. This is happening. It say in the last days, perilous times shall come. Do y'all know, I seen a lady, 12-year-olds, 11-year-olds, jacket. What do they say when one of them get their brains blown out? Oh, they was a good child. They got A's and B's. You can't believe what these people's out here saying once judgment is brung up on these children. What's the most dangerous career right now? A rapper.
Right.
And hey, go get it's another video. End of sentence. The twins. Y'all heard about these twins, didn't you? They on the video with guns and stuff too.
Yeah.
This is why I don't understand how we not on the same level, how we not on the same wavelength. It's not going to be a safe place. You got it?
Details.
Yeah, go back a little bit. Yeah, I want to see the video where they in the video. I want y'all to see. Go back a little bit more. Get a little bit more. Right, go back. Go forward a little bit. Started by right there. Right there. Yeah, let the commercials get out. But
First, I should tell
what's
you.
going on out here? Do you thinking it's something that we can do that can change the outcome? Look at these sisters.
James Walter punches and kicks.
Did you know that they was into it? Did you know it was over unemployment money? Did you know that one was getting food stamps? Why are they out here perpetrating like they got it? Play the video now.
Sway after he attempted to remove Sway out of the house for throwing car keys at his face.
Pause.
And
where the parents at? They endorsed this. Go ahead and play it.
According to the police report, both of the twins tried to jump him, resulting in the twins being charged with domestic battery. Fast forward to 2021 and their stepfather is dead, but the situation wasn't over. Allie was alleging Sway's boyfriend shot their stepdad, and according to police, Allie's boyfriend allegedly sought revenge 22 minutes later. 28-year-old D'Angelo Merrill.
What is going on? Why is our children's? Why is we as a nation not coming together? Why? Why are we not in it? Are they in the same spirit link? Yeah, they are. Death. Read verse 1 again.
2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come.
Do y'all think that that's all that's going to come? Is that it? Y'all better be careful out there, man. I keep telling you. Matter of fact, give me that what's behind. Play that video.
In addition to all the upheavals caused by the pandemic, social unrest, and heightened political turbulence.
They hollering out, they want to blame it on the pandemic. Why did Haiti president get his head tore off?
Bring it out.
Do y'all know?
Bring it out.
He was one of the ones refused the COVID-19 in his country. Yeah, America gonna send their assassins in there to blow his brains out because they got to put somebody else in there that's gonna take care of their bid. That's why his head was shot off. Go look it up. They was the only country. They were one of the countries. I'm trying to look up on these other two. But when you don't do as they put him in power to do what they wanted him to do, and he refused. Play this video.
On the Navaz report, this summer is also shaping up to be a bloody one in our cities and neighborhoods.
From New York to California, Atlanta to Chicago, a July 4th weekend interrupted by gun violence, leaving dozens, including children, dead.
Enough is enough.
In Atlanta, 31 people shot and 5 killed, including 8-year-old Sequoia Turner. Atlanta Mayor Keisha Bottoms.
We are shooting each other up on our streets. In this city, you shot and killed a baby. And it wasn't one shooter, there were at least 2 shooters. An 8-year-old baby.
Georgia Governor Brian Kemp moved in the National Guard in response. Meanwhile, in Washington, D.C., 11-year-old Davon McNeil was killed at a cookout aimed at preventing violence. D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser.
This should not have happened, and it cannot keep happening.
What race or nation you keep seeing in these cities that's over these cities? If they really care, man, they can stop the violence. They don't want to stop the violence. They don't care nothing about these people getting killed, man.
That's right.
They don't care nothing about it because this has been like a bomb planted, and it has been ticking, and eventually it's going to explode. Now and I'm telling you, it's a seal. It's a judgment. You can't turn this back. It's going to continue to get worse. So go ahead and play.
We can't keep losing our children to senseless gun violence.
And in Chicago, 87 people shot over the weekend and 17 killed. Among them, 7-year-old Natalia Wallace, struck by a stray bullet playing outside.
There were kids riding by on bicycles, as we said, enjoying the 4th of July, as they should have been. And now,
see, what they say they enjoying what? When we was out in cotton fields. And you always send our people, they send our peoples out there, man, to make you think that they care about these people. Go ahead and play.
This child is gone.
As some cities see a spike in gun violence this summer, the reasons why are now the subject of debate. In New York City, where 64 people were shot over the weekend and June homicides hit their highest since 1996, Mayor Bill de Blasio blamed the pandemic.
That's enough for me, man. What I'm trying to get y'all to see, there's nothing that's going to turn back. Once judgment is applied here, it's not going to be turned back. You thinking these children are going to change? It was a lady, I don't know, in Oak Cliff somewhere. I think she was 84 years old, a neighborhood activist, found dead in her house. Give me this next video.
Well, the impact of a drought here in California is playing a huge role in the food that we eat, but we are not the only ones. Most of Utah is already at its worst drought level, and it's only mid-June.
It's why this water is so important. You know, this drought isn't about, you know, we talk about the drought all the time, like, oh, it's dry in Utah. Well, this year, it's serious.
That was Ron Gibson, who's part of the Utah Farm Bureau. During his call this week with fellow Western State Farm Bureaus, he heard this from the president of California's.
There will not be tomatoes from California this year because they don't have any water.
That is not good news. Now, Western farmers are warning unless conditions change quickly, the drought will take an even bigger toll on the country's food supply. The U.S. Drought Monitor shows 85% of California is in an extreme drought. That's up from 33% recorded at the start of this year. Well, the impact...
What do you think is going on in Florida? Do you know most of your beaches are contaminated? Go on. Let me ask you this. A lot of these lakes that y'all see, they drying up, they finding things there, ain't they? A lot of these lakes are built on towns that our people was in. If you build it by blood, man, it's not gonna last. When you're looking at the flood that was in 2019, over 1 million cattle. You think about, a lot of y'all ain't going into Walmarts and paying attention to the sections, certain sections are missing stuff. Right. They saying everything is because there's no truck drivers out there. Man, you got guys out here looking for work. Essential workers or whatever you want on. The restaurants don't have workers in there to and I'm gonna tell you something. We was in Atlanta. And we went to a place. These people don't want to work no more. Read verse 1 again.
2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come.
You're going to see more and more and more people's act coming out. You can't trust nobody. Lock your doors out there, man.
That's right.
Lock your car doors.
That's right.
Making sure you don't allow your child to be over at someone else's house that is not walking in His truth. You can do it on your own. But you'll find out, man, little children are finding guns, killing other little children. The youth, they bored. They don't have nothing to do, no jobs for the summer. What are they gonna do? They go and they'll make a block party over here, and then somebody come through there and spray it up.
Right.
But the Israelites, or we're not just standing up. We're not standing up like we should. We're not being that light for our peoples. Read verse 2.
Verse 2. For men shall be lovers of their own selves.
When it say men's, it's written in a manly form, so it's saying women's too. Where do women come from? They come from a man. Why are you thinking you seeing them little girls on the video, man? Basically naked.
Bring it out.
Are these guys thinking about that 25 to life before they pull that trigger?
Bring it out.
Do you know they pulling up on cars in Chicago? Two people's in the car, they get out and pull a gun out, and they carjacking like that now. Do you know they're going in the stores, running out with all the... That's why you're seeing the Uber Eats and all these other things, the delivery system. After a while, it ain't going to be, it's just going to be jobs and home. It's going to be really become a slave system.
Right.
You're not even going to know where you're getting your food, what meat you ordering. How could you order meat? You can't even look at the meat you order.
Bring it out.
You're going to have people don't care about nobody but their own self. Just like in this world. Give me Acts 5:1. They don't care about the movement. It's about themselves.
That's right.
But you're going to find out. You're going to need the men's and the women's of the Most High.
Yeah.
Read that out.
Acts chapter 5 and verse 1. But a certain man named Ananias, with Sapphira his wife, sold a possession.
They sold a possession, some land. Read.
And kept back part of the price.
Why? Why would you keep back part of the price? See, they had made a vow to Yah that, hey, we're going to sell this and give it to the church. But read.
His wife also being privy to it.
She knew about it. She knew about it. Read.
And brought a certain part and laid it at the apostles' feet.
And they brought it and laid it at the apostles' feet. You know, you get a lot of times people, they worry about everything else but what they need to be concentrating on. A lot of people walking into the truth and they focus on men's, women's. They focus is not on the kingdom. And then, you know, one thing that they do, they point fingers at everybody else. They never examine themselves in the mirror.
Right. You know.
Even today, this is a holy day. It's set apart. Some people don't see it as that. I understand if you're working at night, you start working at 3 o'clock tomorrow, Friday evening, you don't get off at 10. I understand that. But when you do things on the Shabbat, it's a violation. Just like they did. Read.
But Peter said, Ananias, why hath Satan filled thine heart to lie to the Holy Ghost?
See, and why? Why? Give me Matthews 19 and 20. Matthews 19 and 20. Read that out.
St. Matthew chapter 19 and verse 20. The young man saith unto him, all these things have I kept from my youth up. What lack I yet?
What lack I yet? See, that's a selfish spirit, a lover of themselves.
Bring it out.
Read.
Yahawashi said unto him, if thou will be perfect.
If you want to be perfect, the whole operation of this thing is to make us perfect. And the laws was make us perfect.
That's right.
Read.
Go and sell that thou hast, and give to the poor.
And help them. And help them. Some people don't, when you're selfish, you don't want to help. Read.
And thou shalt have treasure in heaven.
And thou shalt have what?
Treasure in heaven.
What's more important?
Treasure in heaven.
That's what's more important than treasure in heaven.
That's right.
This is how you know when you're in these last days, man. This is what I seen. I started on the class, how the Most High gonna lead us by the way. And I'm just saying, you're watching things, you're seeing things, and you're seeing that, hey, what is going on in the last day? This is talking about Israelites. It's talking about the world too. 2/3 out there. But read on.
And come and follow me.
And what?
And come and follow me.
What are you doing? Which one are you choosing? Who are you choosing? Are you choosing to follow Christ? And when people say, I'm not following a man, let me ask you this. How do you get up and leave out of here with 8 other men? Do that make sense?
Bring it out.
If you're not following, you're not going to follow a man, but you follow a man. This don't make sense to me.
Bring it out.
We're not following man. We're following the Spirit.
That's right.
It's not about individuals in here. It's about the work of Christ.
That's right.
No matter what we're doing, we're supposed to be operating in the Spirit of Christ. Read.
But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful.
He went away what?
Sorrowful.
Read on.
For he had great possession.
He was all about himself. I keep telling y'all, this is about a nation about sacrificing. Some of us don't want to do that.
That's right.
Back to Acts 5:3. We don't want to sacrifice for our people, man. Listen, when I came into this truth, I sold out everything that what I'm going to do with that garbage? Like my auntie told me once before, you can't take a U-Haul and take it to the grave with you.
Right.
And I was like, what are you talking about, auntie? I'm going to take it with me. Then I started really thinking, what? Somebody got to dress me when I die? Put my clothes on? I guess they're going to put my cash in my pocket. I guess they're going to put the keys to my Lexus in my pocket.
Bring it out.
They're going to park the Lexus at the cemetery so when I get up and go get ready to roll, leave the flat screen TVs out there on the top of my grave so the rain can rust it and rot away.
Right.
We don't think, man. Read again, huh?
Acts chapter 5 and verse 3.
Read.
But Peter said, Ananias, why had Satan filled thine heart to lie to the Holy Ghost?
He said, why have Satan filled thy mind to deceive to the Holy Ghost, to the prophets, to the laws, to Christ? Read.
And to keep back part of the price of the land.
Why would you do this? Did not Christ give it to you? Some of y'all think y'all worldly possessions, y'all earn it. Some people think they children. That's why you see these people talk about them children, man. They can't. See, they thinking them children are theirs.
Bring it out.
Your job is to rear that child up right so that child can repeat the same thing.
Right.
If you're not rearing that child up right, you rearing up a monster.
That's right.
You gotta have that child in check.
That's right.
The golden hand, you should be in there putting on that glove when you're talking to that child. So you saying that you don't want to clean your room up, huh?
Bring it out.
You don't want to pick up your toys out the living room hallway, huh?
Bring that out.
Okay then, glove pop. They know what time it is. Come here. Pow! Get it up. See, sometimes you can't just talk to them. You gotta put that hand on them, man.
That's right.
It's I'm gonna tell you something. A child will love and respect you more once they understand.
That's right.
See, a child doesn't understand when he's a child. A lot of us in the truth, we still a child. We're not even men, because a lot of times being a man is more than having a car, a place to stay. That's not just, you got a lot of brothers out here got a car and a place to stay and go to work. That's not a man. A man sacrificed for his nation like the real prophets did. They sacrificed for their peoples. They always out trying to help take that pressure. Because this is one of the hardest captivities we don't see.
All right. Now,
read,
whilst it remained, Was it not thine own?
And he say, is it yours? Read.
And after it was sold,
read.
Was it not in thine own power?
Was it not in thy own power? Was it not in thy own power to do what's right? Read.
Why hast thou conceived this thing in thine heart?
Because let me tell you something, selfish people, this is why the nation can't come together. Because our people are selfish. You got camps and stuff that are selfish. They think about camp. We supposed to think about nation. It's not about a school, it's about a nation. Never get it twisted. It's always about the peoples. It's not about an elder. It's about the nations.
That's right.
Because the elder is just a part of the body too.
That's right.
Christ is the head.
That's right.
But he have men under him to take care of business. Read.
Thou hast not lied unto men.
See, everything, and some people, they thinking when they lying to us, they're not lying to us. Let's see who they lying to. Read.
But unto God.
Who they lying to?
Unto God.
See, when they tell us a lie, they telling God the same lie.
That's right.
It's time to get right. Read.
And Ananias, hearing these words,
read.
Fell down.
He was being exposed. See, when he heard these words, he was being exposed. Did he fall down? Did he die then? Did he die? No, he didn't. He didn't die then. He was being brought to dishonor. See, a lot of times when you dealing with somebody, and you dealing with what they doing, their situation, they don't like that in Israel.
That's right.
Israel don't like to be corrected.
That's right.
That's one thing I know about the nation. They don't like to be corrected. That's the problem. Just like that child, like I told you. That child don't like to be corrected, do it. The child put their hands together, lips sticking out. That's when you strap that glove on.
That's right.
See, when you hit that lip, it's back straight, ain't it?
That's right.
Be looking like Samuel L. Jackson in Django, don't he? Some people don't want to hit their child because they think they're glass. I always say, my daddy, I didn't understand, but when I comprehend what he was doing, he was breaking that bond that every child come in this world with. Badness. They don't want nobody. You ever take something from a child, how they facial expression get? Go put that toy up. See, that's when you catch him with that hand. Pow! You won't have that today. Go put that toy up. Okay, Mom. Okay, Dad. That's all you'll get. But read.
And gave up the ghost.
He gave up hope. He lost all hope. He lost all hope. Read.
And great fear came on all them that heard these things.
Read on.
And the young men arose.
And the what?
And the young men arose.
And the young men. Matter of fact, give me Sirach 1:29. Sirach 1:29. Sirach 1:29.
Sirach chapter 1 and verse 29. Be not an hypocrite.
What did it say? What was this brother being?
Be not an hypocrite.
Read on.
In the sight of men.
In the what?
In the sight of men.
Where was he at?
In the sight of men.
Read.
And take good heed what thou speakest.
Take good heed, man. Some of y'all just a lie, just like quick as hell.
Bring it out.
Because you've been programmed to be liars. Read.
Exalt not thyself.
Hold up. Do not what?
Exalt not thyself.
You know when you lie, you're exalting yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It become about you, not about the truth. Read.
Lest thou fall.
Lest thou what?
Lest thou fall.
What happened to him?
Lest thou fall.
Read.
And bring dishonor.
Hold up. What did he bring?
And bring dishonor.
Read on.
Upon thy soul.
He brought a dishonor upon his own soul. Read.
And so God discovered thy secret.
So what? Did he not try to keep that? How much he sold that land for?
Bring it out.
Do the scriptures lie? Read.
And cast thee down in the midst of the congregation.
What happened to him?
Cast thee down in the midst of the congregation.
Read on.
Because thou camest not in truth.
And not in what?
Not in truth.
Read.
To the fear of the Lord. But thy heart is full of deceit.
Hold on. What was his heart and his mind full of?
Full of deceit.
Y'all better start getting right, Israel.
Bring it out.
See, a lot of people, they don't like to watch one body because they know, man, it flex their spirits. It flex their spirits, man. These camps out here, it flex their spirit. These brothers out here landing on the lab. It flex their spirits that we're not teaching the lies that they teach.
Bring it out, brother.
That's flex, and his sisters too. Give me Hebrews 5 and 14 right quick. Hebrews 5 and 14. Let me show you something. See, they come in here as a boy. See, a lot of these guys got fringes on. They still childs, man. Child's play. Read that up.
Hebrews chapter 5 and verse 12.
14.
Verse 13.
14.
Verse 14. But strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age.
Somebody tell me, is these men is spitting full this day down here, spitting this word like it should be spitting?
Bring it out.
Getting mad about a ship. Getting mad about anything that you teach that doesn't agree with you. We got, let me tell you something. This ain't no cutting or piercing in your body. So what make your ear different than your nose?
Bring it out.
Huh? What makes it different than your lip? See how people, they want to stay stuck in follies, man.
That's right.
They love living in deceit and lies. Read on, Doc.
Even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised.
These are the ones practicing, man, studying, reading all the time. Read.
To discern both good and evil.
What's going on in this world? Good and evil. And you see good is less.
Bring it out.
Evil, man. Evil is just, it's just like one big monster around here. And it's a body of people. See, nobody cares. Give me Job 11 and 20. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, man. Nobody really cares about the sheep. That's why I always say, man, to communicate. I tell y'all, communicate. When you stop communicating, you're showing that you're withdrawing into that dark cloud that you're in.
Right.
Even some of these brothers that I be seeing in the God, they don't communicate, man. They don't want to communicate. Because guess what? They probably in sin.
Right.
What is it that you can communicate? But see, it's going to be a lot of, somebody going to see it, man. I know one guy one time was in the glide, man. Somebody see that smoke come up in their glide, man. And I looked back and it was deleted. See, he forgot he was smoking.
Bring it out.
See, you're going to make that mistake. You're going to make that mistake when you're doing something. That's why you don't want to be in the light. You rather stay in darkness in that little closet that you like to be in. Read that out.
Job chapter 11 and verse 20.
Read on.
But the eyes of the wicked.
The eyes of the wicked read.
Shall fail.
They're going to fail, man. That's why you don't see them, man. They're going to fail. Read.
And they shall not escape.
They're not going to escape the punishment that's coming their way. Read.
And their hope
read.
Shall be as the giving up of the goat.
That's going to be as the giving up of the goat. Just like this brother did, man. See, when you're not walking right, man, it's not going to be right. You can't pretend around spiritual people. Somebody going to see. Christ said, got eyes everywhere recording. Let me write this down right quick. Yeah, that happened. See, it's happening in their mind. Because guess who owns these bodies? The Most High in Christ. So they see everything. So when you think you're hiding something, man, Christ right there looking dead at you. We don't get it. Give me 1 Corinthians 10 and 9. We don't get it. We still playing these games, these trick-or-treat games, man. We still playing this hopscotch game, man. That's why you see these women. Let me tell you something. I just seen a man right here in Texas go in a restaurant, shot his wife, shot the new boyfriend, and shot himself. People are unhappy out here, man. And I'm going to tell you something. Do not bother these people, man. If somebody cut you off, let them go.
Right.
Because somebody up the street waiting on them. God waiting in their hand. I'm just waiting for somebody to mess up today. Don't let it be you.
Bring it out.
See, a wise man or woman understands every battle is not your battle.
Right.
You out there by yourself. Look, I'm out there and I ain't got my pistol. Why I'm out there tripping?
Bring it out.
Hey, it's a thinking man game. Read that up.
1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 9.
Read on.
Neither let us tempt Yahawashi.
Hold on. What do we do?
Neither let us tempt Yahawashi.
We tempt them all the time, man.
Right.
Read.
As some of them also tempted.
See, they like to tempt it, man. Read.
And were destroyed.
And hold on. What happened to them?
And were destroyed.
Read on.
Of serpents.
And let me tell you something, man. A lot of us, we come in here, man, and we get proud. And the Most High gonna give you what you want, so, man. You'll see them out there, man. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm seeing too many brothers leave out the truth, man, and they back in the world again with regular clothes on, man. Strange apparels. Not gathering no more. This is judgment for Israel coming in. And I asked myself, why have I survived and not went backwards? Because I don't want that hand. See, some of you don't understand that hand. Christ got that hand. See, Christ got that hand. Y'all didn't know Christ had that hand?
Bring it out.
Christ got that hand, don't he? You could be driving in your car, here come another car, bam!
Bring it out.
Stop tempting the power, man.
That's right.
Read.
Neither murmur ye.
Hold on, what?
Neither murmur ye.
Don't murmur, read.
As some of them also murmur.
When you're getting rebuked or something dealing with, man, take it, eat it. That's not how we operate. That's why you have Matthew 18:15. That's why you have things to operate in this scriptures.
That's right.
Everything we conduct, being a child, read.
And were destroyed of the destroyer. Now all these things happen unto them for example.
It's happened for them for an example. Read.
And they are written for our admonition.
This is written for your warning. This is a warning for our peoples. Read.
Upon whom the ends of the world are come.
These words, these ends have come. Read.
Wherefore, let him that thinketh he standeth take heed lest he fall.
Take it. What? Hold up. What did that say again?
Let him that thinketh he standeth.
He standeth. Read.
Take heed lest he fall.
They're going to fall, man, if you don't take. A lot of people don't like to examine themselves.
That's right.
Everybody else is wrong.
Bring that out.
You ever notice when somebody get into it, they can only tell you about the person wrongs?
That's right.
Then you never hear nobody say, man, this person, we got into it, man. She used to lend me money, man. She used to let me borrow her car, man. See, I used to stay at her house. She don't help me pay the rent. You never hear that part, do you? You never hear nothing, the good part, do you?
Bring that out.
All you're going to hear is what you want somebody to think.
That's right.
And that's one thing you have to start preparing yourself for. Always let it go in one, let it get stuck, and then when you get it in that other one, then you'll start understanding.
That's right.
Back to Acts 5 and 6. Acts 5 and 6. Read that out.
Acts chapter 5 and verse 6. And the young man arose.
And the young man arose. Read.
Wound him up.
Hey, hold up. Did they what?
Wound him up.
What did they do to him?
Wound him up.
Oh, you thinking they just rolled him up in the carpet? Is that what y'all think?
Yeah.
That's what they did, didn't it? That's what you read, ain't it? You sure you understood it? Now you question yourself, ain't you? Give me Matthew 27:59.
Yeah.
Let's see the proper way to do it. Read that out.
St. Matthew chapter 27 and verse 59. And when Joseph had taken the body,
read on.
He wrapped it in a clean linen cloth.
So that's what you normally do when you're taking somebody to the tomb. Let's go back. Read it again for him.
Acts chapter 5 and verse 6.
Read on.
And the young man arose.
The young man, hold up. Hold up. When Moses had issues with somebody in his camp, who did he call? He called them Levites, man. They arose. Read.
Wound him up.
And they wound him up. Read.
Carried him out.
And then what happened once they got through wounding him up?
And carried him out.
Read on.
And buried him.
That's right. Let's get to understand. Give me Job 34 and 6. I don't want you to think I'm saying. Read that out.
Job chapter 34 and verse 6.
Read.
Should I lie?
Should I lie? Should I lie? Read.
Against my right?
Against my what?
Against my right?
This here is the acknowledge of myself to be guilty. Read.
My wound is incurable.
Hold up. What did it say?
My wound is incurable.
I don't think, is that the same word? Is that the same word? He said what?
My wound is incurable.
He said my wound cannot be cured. Read.
Without transgression.
Not without transgression. So, what was this man in? He was in transgression. Give me Jeremiah 30:12. I'll get you another one. Jeremiah 30:12.
Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 12. For thus saith the Lord, thy bruise is incurable.
Hold up, thy what?
Thy bruise is incurable.
Thy bruise is incurable. Read.
And thy wound
hold up, thy what?
And thy wound.
Thy what?
Thy wound.
Read.
Is grief.
It's great, man. A lot of you right now going through something right now. A lot of you don't even know the Most High afflicting you. Because if you're not living right, let me tell you something. This is an everyday thing you have to practice. You have to practice being right. Because guess what? You're being afflicted for being wicked.
That's right.
There's judgment on your head. I'm telling you, I told y'all this. I said y'all gonna start seeing death soon. It's gonna get closer and closer. Will come up in here. Right now, I got a sister. She's on the way to check on my mom. And they found her, had a stroke, no one. And, you know, I talked to my mom. I told her. I warned her. I know my wife said I don't seem like it affect me. But they say don't shed a tear. You know, Lord will, she can come back here. But these are the things that I'm telling you. That death is starting to come. And it's going to start coming in some of you houses, man. And you're not going to be prepared for it. Because you're not taking this walk serious. That's some of your affliction. Seeing your own peoples, man. It's nothing that we can control, we can stop. Prepare your mind. Back to Acts 5 and 6. Start preparing your mind.
Acts chapter 5 and verse 6. And the young men arose.
So once Peter had talked to the young men, they arose, read.
Wound him up.
They bruised him up, read.
And carried him out.
And once they killed him, they carried him out, read.
And buried him.
And put him in the grave, man, read.
And it was about the space of 3 hours after, when his wife, not knowing what was done, came in.
It was just a short time. Not knowing what was done, came in, read.
And Peter answered unto her.
Peter answered unto her, read.
Tell me.
Peter asked her, tell me, read.
Whether ye sold the land for so much.
They said, saying, how much did you sell the land for? Why do we not have to come, man, and not deal righteous?
Yeah.
Why couldn't she just come in and tell the truth? Read.
And she said, yea, for so much.
She said, yea, what her husband said, for so much. She agreed with her husband, read.
Then Peter said unto her.
Peter said unto her, read.
How is it that ye have agreed together to tempt the Spirit of the Lord?
How is it that y'all still living, walking around here with fringes on, tempting the Spirit of the Lord, man?
Bring it out.
Let me tell you something. Stop trimming your ways for love out in that world, man.
That's right.
Stop it. It's judgment on their head, man. Let me tell you something. They ain't in here getting their life right, man. They out there getting death, getting their grave, getting ready what's coming their way. Most High said he gonna kill young and old.
That's right.
He not gonna have no pity. Don't spare. It's not your fault. Get yourself together.
That's right.
Read up.
Behold, the feet of them which have buried thy husband.
The feet of them, the young men that have buried thy husband, read.
Are at the door.
They waiting on you. Read.
And shall carry thee out.
And they're going to carry you out. Read.
Then fell she down straightway at his feet.
She fell straight dead at his feet. She dropped dead. I guess y'all didn't think that was in the scriptures, did you? Read.
And she yielded up the ghost.
She yielded up. See, when you yield up the ghost, she died. What happened to Joseph? When he put his feet in the bed, he yielded up the ghost. Read.
And the young men came in.
They came in, read.
And found her dead.
They found her straight dead. Do you follow your husband in that lie? Or do you follow your wife?
Bring it out.
Gotta make some business decisions. You know, baby, I love you and everything, you know, but I'm not grinding with you with that lie.
Right.
You on your own with that.
Right.
You know. Now, it's certain times you have to use it. You know, bill collector call, you ain't got it. You know, you tell him you'll have it tomorrow just to give yourself another day to hustle. But when you're dealing in this walk, man, you're dealing with your people. No. Straight up. Read.
And carrying her forth, buried her by her husband.
Buried her by her husband. Read.
And great fear came upon all the church.
Hold up. What happened to the congregation once they gonna see one of them drop dead?
Great fear came upon all the church.
See, they don't think, man. They don't consider. They don't really think that judgment is coming, man. And I know you heard about the sister's grandchild. Jess was with her. What can we do? But try to reach out to our family members. Sometimes, man, I'm telling you, my family members see me. I swear they must move houses when I come to town. It'd be a whole community moved. They know I'm coming straight with the. I don't even go over there and waste my time because they don't even answer the door now. I can see. I see y'all cars out here. I can hear the television on in there. I heard somebody talking in there. You have to do what's right, man. Read.
And upon as many as heard these things.
See, a lot of them, man, because the church teaches everybody gonna go to heaven. You just have to believe. No, man. These are conditions. Back to 2 Timothy. These are conditions. See, in the last days, man, a lot of people are going to get proud. A lot of them are going to lose faith because they're going to think, I've been walking in this walk a long time, man. I haven't lost faith.
Right.
Because let me tell you something. I've seen with my own eyes brothers that I came in the truth years ago, not even in the truth no more. At home, being with other people's, doing their thing on the Shabbat day. But you know what? Drama, that it ain't knocked at their door yet. It ain't came in, man. It'll come in, you'll see them back in. You'll see them back with those fringes on because it don't scare them. Read up.
2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 2. For men shall be lovers of their own selves.
See, you got a lot of them that's selfish, man. A lot of them that's selfish right now in the movement, man. They don't feel like they can help. They don't need to do for the body. You got guys that got crowns on women. You got kings and queens in the truth. But they have no servants, no handmaids, no butlers, no land, nobody working the garden, nobody out there cleaning their horse stall out. We got preeminent spirits in the truth. Read.
Covetous.
What?
Covetous.
These are these covetous, man. Eager to obtain. Give me that in Judges. Just that Judge 1:11. Jude 1:11. Read that up.
Jude, verse 11. Woe unto them.
Woe unto these ones that like to covet. Read.
For they have gone in the way of Cain.
Cain, what Cain trait was? He had envy and hatred.
That's right.
Cain was cool at first, but then Cain grew into that envy and hate. See, people come into this walk, they first year, man, they eager, we want to be out there in them street corners, they ready to get that mic and rebuke, and they just said it's not that easy. You can go out there and pretend. I remember one guy tried to come out with his notes. I'm like, what the hell are you doing, man? You're supposed to be in the spirit. You can't come out with a pad, man. I see Camp still doing this. Using their cell phones, man. That's not. What are people gonna think you doing? You out there reading from your cell phone? Because they always question, what Bible are y'all coming out of? Oh, we just wrote this. This is the new Black Hebrews King James 1611, 2021 Bible. But people come into this truth, man, they have fire when they come in. Then it was just a little fuzz. Then it just flame out. Then just a little smoke. Then the smoke out. Then it's just they back to where they were again. I don't know how you do it. I couldn't do it. But the spirit of Cain is envy and hatred. Read.
And ran greedily after the era of Balaam.
Balaam, money. Ching ching, off to the bank we shall go. Everything about money. This is going into, and I know I have to say it, man. This is people that, let me tell you something. When I came into truth, most of my money I could make a killing on the 7th day. It was a while before my phone just stopped ringing on the 7th day. See, when you come to serve Christ, you got to give up something.
That's right.
You can't hold on to running back to that. Let me tell you something. Since I've been in this truth, I've needed for nothing. I was by myself for a while in the same place. And once I got a wife, it made it better, but I needed for nothing.
That's right. Bring it out.
When you came to my place, I ain't got the same fire. I don't got rid of everything.
That's right.
I ain't need for nothing. So if you following Christ, you should need for nothing. But if you following self, you're going to need for something.
That's right.
Follow Christ. Read up.
And ran greedily after the era of Balaam for reward.
Read on.
And perished in the gainsaying of Korah.
This is his preeminent spirit, man. Speaking evil, man. This is preeminent. This is spirit. These spirits are be on our people. Because guess what? They've been indoctrinized. 12 years of lies. You send your children. Why we don't have one community school for our people? Why we don't have one daycare?
Oh.
Why we not having one business that we can say we got enterprise? Why? Because there's too many eyes in this truth.
That's right.
And when the Bible speaks, it say we, us. It don't never say I. Read up.
These are spots in your feast of charity.
See, these are stains, man. These be the stains in your mind. This is stuff that you have accumulated, that when you go through the Day of Atonement and all these other things, you haven't really afflicted yourself. And it say when you're supposed to put off the old man and put on the new man, how's that old man still walking around? Are you scared to get that old man the glove? If I was the old man, y'all would see my Lexus out there sitting on some dubs. System in there, dude. Y'all ain't coming up the street. Old beat up truck, man, would be candy. It was yellow when he turned. It's red now. See, that's that whole man. You gotta let that go. What good is you wasting your money?
That's right.
Read up.
When they feast with you, feeding themselves.
Hold on, what?
Feeding themselves.
They feeding themselves. Read.
Without fear.
They don't care. They don't care. Read.
Clouds, they are without water.
They got no understanding. These are clouds without no water, no understanding. Read.
Carried about of winds.
They anything come, man, they go for it. They have no foundation. A lot of us, we don't have foundation in the truth.
That's right.
We take it a joke. A lot of people come in, man. They think everybody on the same. A lot of people, you got sisters too. They can read their Bible, boy. Some of them be at the house putting the Kurt Angle on their husband. Kurt Angle in their husband with scriptures. But we're not on the same page. We're not on the same level. Anything you have done throughout life, there's always first tier, second tier, third tier, fourth tier. Everybody can't bench press 300. We don't got the same shit. Everybody can't run a 4-4. But in our mind, we're on the same page, on the same level. No. Read up.
Trees whose fruit wither.
See, See, these are just say peoples whose fruits wither, man, they die. Read.
Without fruit, twice dead.
Twice dead. They were dead in the world, now they dead in this truth. How? How can you know the truth and you're walking around spiritually dead? Read.
Plucked up.
What?
Plucked up.
Plucked up. Read.
By the roots.
Plucked up by the roots, man. On no foundation. I tell you, man, you come in, I ask people, I'm always going to ask you, you reading your Bible. That way I know when you out the spirit, I know you're not reading the Bible. It takes, I think it's a picture, man, where they had a Bible in front of this guy on the Boondocks. They open the book on it, man. Don't want to read. You're not going nowhere if you're not reading. How you going to get to the supermarket if you can't read the street sign?
Look it up.
How you going to go from Texas to Oklahoma if you don't know where I-30 is? Read,
Raging waves of the sea.
Hold up. Acting in violence and being very wicked. Read.
Foaming out of their own shame.
Raging out of their own shame. Read.
Wandering stars.
Evil men's and women's. Read.
To whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever.
That's what they got coming. That's what they got coming. They light put out. And put it up. That is right there. Open that book, man. They don't want to see that book what's in that book, man. And that's what we out there in the street corner trying to do, edify our people. Just trying to tell them to read. Give me 2 Peter 2:17. We just want them to read. I challenge any of you just to read. Not them novels, the ones with all the love scenes and stuff in. Read that out.
2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 17. These are wells without water.
See, these people, they have no understanding. They're not even trying to examine. And when you stop communicating, that's one dangerous thing in this walk.
That's right.
Read.
Clouds that are carried with a tempest.
And then you got these brothers out here talking about, you say clouds right there, that's a chariot. Every cloud in the Bible is a chariot, huh? Read,
To whom the mist of darkness is reserved forever.
It's letting you know, man, to whom the mist of darkness is reserved forever. And how are you telling these people that they're going to come back, man? How is they teaching the 2/3 that they got a chance to come back? Man, Obadiah, might as well just go ahead and rob banks, man. Shit, we coming back here, tell them up. We can get rich quick, can't we? We might as well be wicked, man. Go to Jack movie. Oh, yeah, man, I'm good, man. The kingdom, I'm coming back. I'm going to be a righteous brood here. Come on, man. Read,
But when they speak great swelling words.
See, they like to speak great spelling words. Read.
Of vanity.
Of vanities. Read.
They allure through the lust of the flesh.
They like to attempt to draw people to them. Read.
Through much wantonness.
Too much wantonness, man. Strife, envying. Read.
Those that were clean escape from them who live in error.
See, that those that are clean escape from them that live in error. Read.
While they promise them liberty.
Then they tell people you got freedom. I think I seen somebody on Facebook say, man, I'm free. Why lie? Why lie? You free to do what? Go to work? You free to pay bills? Tell me what? That's captivity.
That's right.
Read.
They themselves are the servants of corruption.
They the servants of corruptions. Read.
For of whom a man is overcome, of the same is he brought in bondage.
See, that's what I'm saying. So how are you free? I don't get it. How are you free? I don't get it. Read.
For if after they have escaped the pollutions of the world,
if they have escaped the death of this world, the sins, read.
Through the knowledge,
through the power, read.
Knowledge of the Lord and Savior Yahawashi,
read on.
They are again entangled therein.
Don't y'all see these things, man? Haven't y'all seen these? Yeah. Haven't y'all seen this for yourself? You call him on the phone. Yeah, I'm keeping these commandments. I'm keeping these commandments. You be like, I ain't even asked you about it. I just asked you how you doing. Mm-hmm. This is what you see. Read.
And overcome. The latter end is worse with them than the beginning.
Read on up.
For it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness than after they have known it, to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them.
Read on.
But it has happened unto them according to the true proverb.
To the true proverbs, read.
The dog is turned to his own vomit again.
You say the sinner is turned to his old ways again. Read.
And the soul that was washed to her wallowing in the mirror.
Let's sit on that, man. Give me Acts 20 and 28. I'm just dealing with these, man. A lot of times people read that, they don't really go through it. I just want to go through it today. You know, because when people are reading this, they're not really understanding the Bible is talking about Israelites, whether in the truth or out the truth. And it's better to be ones that's in the truth and not ones that the Bible is speaking against. Read this.
Acts chapter 20 and verse 28.
This is going into service of corruption. Read.
Take heed therefore unto yourselves.
Read on.
And to all the flock.
It's saying to all the flock, the congregation. Read.
Over the which the Holy Ghost had made you overseers.
See, overseers, man. Read.
To feed the church of God.
To feed the congregation. Read.
Which he had purchased with his own blood.
With his own. He purchased this. You know when they say in the blood, they just really saying the life. Read.
For I know this, that after my departing shall...
What did he say?
For after my departing...
Read on.
Shall grievous wolves...
He's saying these are the ones that got fringes on. Read.
Enter in among you, not sparing the flock.
You see, have you not seen these things? People's love to speak on things they shouldn't. Let things be as they be. Worry about yourself. Yeah. When you got to pay your rent, are you talking about the people next door? When your car breaks down, are you talking about somebody you're trying to get that fixed? But we have been induced to the movies, to the television, radio, churches. And this is how they reared up people. Read.
Also of your own selves.
It say also of our own self. Read.
Shall men arise.
So men are going to rise. Read.
Speaking perverse things.
They're going to speak against what the Most High. Let me tell you something, man. You can't tear down what the Most High did.
That's right.
It's unstoppable, man. It's like that pebble that starts at the top of the mountain and gets bigger and bigger. So you're going to jump in the way, huh? It was small when I first seen it. By the time it get to you, it don't crush you. Read.
To draw away disciples after them.
See, you're going to have men. They're going to try to take people's... And let me tell you something. This is what I was talking about earlier. How you going to call yourself a man and say you don't follow man, but you leave and follow man? Some ain't right upstairs. Some ain't right upstairs, man. Give me Psalms 119:21. Let's deal with the proud. Because I know this world has made us make us to compete against each other. And we compete at everything. You know, you out there trying to shoot some marbles. You out there having fun. Here comes somebody, man. I bet you on this marble.
Bring it out.
I got a family, man. They be over there gambling amongst the family. I'm like, how did this work? So when somebody can't pay their rent, what y'all do? Come together? He on his own. He knew it when he came in here. But they would take, this is how our peoples are. But these are the peoples, everybody think everybody love everybody. Read up.
Psalms chapter 119 and verse 21. Thou hast rebuked the proud.
Hold on, what?
Thou hast rebuked the proud.
See, they don't like to get rebuked, man. That's right. Read.
That are cursed.
See, they don't know they curse, man.
That's right.
But see, they got so much pride on them, man, they can't take it. Read.
Which do err from thy commandments.
See, when they don't understand you trying to keep them in the commandments, they go to earn. Read.
Remove from me reproach and contempt.
He said, remove this disgrace from me, man. Remove this disgrace from me, man. And the contempt is being despised. Read.
For I have kept thy testimony.
See, I have kept that testimony. Read.
Princes also did sit and speak against me, but thy servant did meditate in thy statutes.
See, once you understand what you have to do, no matter what is going on, delight in this word, man. Because guess what? Everybody come through the door ain't gonna be here next year.
That's right.
Why you think the preacher always tell them, say hello to your friend in the troop and say goodbye to your neighbor? Because they might not be here next year.
Right.
It's not the body. When you understand, when you come into a building, man, everything could be worked out with a conversation.
That's right. That's right.
But why do we choose not to do that? We choose to hate and move on about our life and have that hatred. Don't worry about what people say about you. Let me tell you something. Christ said, listen, they hated me before they hated you.
That's right. That's right.
So if you in here getting all love in this truth, man, you're not following Christ. Read.
Thy testimonies also are my delight and my counsel.
So when you understand and you in the scriptures all the time, you read, you can help your sister or friend. Give me Proverbs. As a matter of fact, jump down to verse 49.
Verse 49. Remember the word unto thy servant, upon which thou hast caused me to hope.
Have brought about for me to hope. Read.
This is my comfort in my affliction.
This is my comfort. This is my reassurance, man. And your hope is the confidence in this word. And your affliction is what I'm telling y'all, this is stress that's going on, man. A lot of people's going to start losing parents, man. They're going to start losing family members. Be yourself prepared. Yeah. Understand what you need to do. Read.
For thy word hath quickened me.
It restores you. Read.
The proud have had me greatly in derision.
See, you got to understand the proud, the people that's out there mocking you, man. They have you in derision. Read.
Yet have I not declined from thy law.
When you understand this is the medicine, how to stay walking straight. Read.
I remember thy judgments of old.
I remember thy laws, man. Read.
O Lord, and have comforted myself.
Read on.
Horror.
It say what?
Horror.
Hold up. What?
Horror.
So you got a lot of people that got a dreadful thoughts, man. Read.
Hath taken hold upon me because of the wicked that forsake thy law.
You got to understand, man, you come in here, you would think brothers and sisters would still be, you would still be seeing brothers and sisters. It doesn't take, let me tell you something. For a woman, I'm going to tell you, it takes 6 years, 6 to 7 years for a woman to get spiritually right. For a man, it takes 3 to 4 years. Yeah. You're not spiritually right in a year time coming up in here. I don't care who you are.
That's right.
So don't take it as you've been walking backwards at least 20 years of your life and you turn around and you all good now.
Bring it out.
It takes a while. And let me tell you something. It only takes a couple years before they go back into the world. When they don't want to accept their judgment of them getting better, correcting them, this is our job. Christ is the one going to judge you.
That's right.
That's why they be out, don't judge me. Okay. Well, Christ is next in line. So when you hear your spine cracking, don't say that you wasn't warned. Mm-hmm. Read.
Thy statutes have been my songs in the house of my pilgrimage.
These statutes, man, have been it's what you should always reflect on. But I'm going to stop there. Give me Proverbs 16:5.
Yeah.
The thing is, these things are going to happen. How are you going to be? How are you prepared for these? Read this up.
Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 5.
Let's see what the Lord say. Read.
Everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord.
Everyone that is proud in heart, he's an abomination unto the Lord, man. Let me tell you something. When you're not proud, you're not scared to get dirty. When you're not proud, man, you're not scared to do the thing. And let me tell you something, man. Everything in here we do it for the Lord, not for nobody.
That's right.
Some of us might not enjoy the things that are being set up for you. Moses didn't get to the promised land, did he? But didn't he go through hell to help get Israel to the promised land?
That's right.
He made a sacrifice.
Yeah.
A lot of us don't like the sacrifice. Read.
No hand joined in hand.
No hand joined in hand. Read.
He shall not be unpunished.
You got judgment, man. Give me Ephesians 4:29. Blasphemers. Read that up.
Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 29.
Read on.
Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers.
Read on.
And grieve not the Holy Spirit of God, whereby ye are sealed unto the day of redemption.
Unto the day of redemption. Read.
Let all bitterness.
See, one thing you have to do, when you sit down, you gotta let it go. When you come in this building, and you don't have a few words with somebody, you gotta let it go. Are you a man of Christ, or are you a man of this world? Some people see the person they got into it with last week, they rolling their eyes. It's not right. What did it say, y'all?
Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice.
With all malice. Give me Matthew 15 and 3. And you got a lot of them when the elders are speaking, they don't want to. Let me tell you something. When you don't like order, man, let me tell you something. When people don't like order, they don't like order amongst their own nation. Because they don't ever go to their job and tell a master what he needs to do. They never go to their place where they got their car and tell them people what they need to do. But see, it's like crabs in the bucket. I was listening to this thing, man. How they can't get out the bucket. The crabs can claw their way out the bucket. But they've been, I guess, so ignorant that if one crab is trying to get out, and they'll chop one of his arms off. And if he continue, they'll eventually kill him. It's like in Israel. We don't want no one to succeed. My thing is for everyone to succeed.
That's right.
My thing is to see everyone's business grow. And I tell you, you got to have a business of need. If you got a business of want, it's not going. Your business is going. It's going by the wayside, because nobody gonna want to buy stuff that they ain't got money for.
No.
Food is gonna be an essential. Now we can get the alcohol, water. I just sent the brothers about how to purify that water and set up the containers to do it. We got to learn that, hey, if we ain't got none, we got to learn how to purify that water.
That building
we got to be better in all aspects of what we're doing. We can't be coming in bitter. We can't be coming in with hatred. We can't be coming in, let me tell you something, getting angry. We can't, because right now, if this place shut down and we had to go out there to the land, everybody got to work together. Ain't nobody going to be up in there watching all my children. Just tell you. Everybody got to pull their weight, man. That's why I try to invite y'all to come stay busy. The best thing that I've learned in this walk is to stay busy.
Right.
When you're sitting around twiddling your thumbs, man, that's not a man or woman of the Most High. You should always try to elevate whatever you're doing. Read this, Art.
St. Matthew chapter 15 and verse 3. But he answered and said unto them, why do ye also transgress the commandment of God by your tradition?
Why would you say this, man? Because a lot of people ain't came into the truth yet. They just know about it. They got friends and so on. I answer this phone there, man. I talk to God, man. I've been in the truth since 1980. I'm like, nah. You've been knowing about it. You got a lot of them, they tell you they've been in the truth since they 30 years. No. It's a lifestyle. Even though you go to work, man, and you go home, you still have to understand that this work come first. You're not, how is it that you rather walk around cursed than to have the Father and the Son behind everything you do? Simple mathematics. But read.
For God commanded, saying, honor thy father and mother, and he that curseth father or mother, let him die the death.
See, a lot of times, man, when peoples are set up, a lot of times, Israel, how many times they want to kill Jeremiah? Isaiah. How many times have they wanted to kill? How many times they wanted to stone Christ? How many times did they beat Peter, stone Peter? How many times did they do these things? It's that child. See, when someone raises up to teach the children how to be righteous, they rebel.
That's right.
They will rebel.
Yeah.
It's not, if you had any understanding as a child, and you understand, hey man, this man is trying to make my life better. How many brothers we seen come out them streets? None.
That's right.
We've been downtown for some years, man. Where do you think them guys at? On vacation in Cancun somewhere? On the beach drinking whatever? Or you think they're in jail somewhere, man? I haven't heard of Jesus saved down in North Carolina. Tell me Jesus saved, shoes looking like they've been ran over now. Jesus saved ain't even got his Hot Wheel no more. He coming playing with the Lord. He probably thinking, man, Jesus needs to save me. I'm doing bad. I'm hearing that he might be on drugs. But these are the things, man, that's going to happen. When you're disobedient, read this.
But he say.
But see, our people like to say what they want. They don't say what the law say or what's righteous. Read.
Whosoever shall say to his father or his mother, it is a gift.
It is a what?
It is a gift.
See, a gift destroys the heart, man.
Right. Yeah.
Read.
By whatsoever thou mightest be profited by me.
What is he going to benefit me by giving me a gift? What is he going to benefit? Get that in Deuteronomy 16:19. When you're dealing with Israel, man, they don't know that the men that follow Christ, they stay one way. They stay just like Christ, yesterday, today, and forever. They don't go through the hot and cold. Read that out.
Deuteronomy chapter 16 and verse 18. Judges and officers shalt thou make thee in all thy gates.
16:19.
Verse 19. Thou shalt not rest judgment. Thou shalt not respect persons.
See, the thing is, shouldn't distort judgment or respect person, man. And a lot of times, and it's true, for a lot of people, they're not really understanding the scriptures. Read.
Neither take a gift.
Hold up, take a what?
Neither take a gift.
The scriptures tell you, what is it going to profit me to take a gift from somebody? Read.
For a gift doth blind the eyes of the wise.
It'll blind the eyes of the wise, and it could be anything. Read.
And pervert the words of the righteous.
And it'll pervert the words of the righteous. Now give me Mark 8:36. Man, when you don't put nothing for this, whatever this is out right now, man, it bugs the mess out of me. Read that.
St. Mark chapter 8 and verse 36. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?
What's going to profit him? You thinking LeBron is happy? He's just a puppet on a pedestal too. To get to that level, man. But you know what? What profit a man? And we're not in control of the world. Why would he just lose his soul here for nothing? Why? Why? What's going to profit Christ? Didn't they not tempt Christ? We'll give you all these kingdoms. If y'all would serve, they would serve me. Give me Matthew 15:6. A lot of times, man, when you're dealing with the children and they don't want to get right, this be the problem. They be disobedient to parents. A lot of time, man, you're not my daddy. You hear that, don't you? Yeah. I'm not trying to be your daddy. I'm just trying to help you get to the kingdom. Spiritual fathers try to help lead you in righteousness. Read this, Art.
St. Matthew chapter 15 and verse 6.
Read on.
And honor not his father.
And see, when ones do these things and they honor not their father, read.
Or his mother.
Or his mother, read.
He shall be free.
He shall be what?
He shall be free.
What is you free to do? Is you free to just continue doing what you're doing? I'm curious. Are you free? Give me Romans 8:2. You're free to stay in sin. That's what he's talking about. Read that out.
Romans chapter 8 and verse 2. For the law of the Spirit of life in Yahawashi had made me free from the law of sin and death.
Some of you still in the law of sin and death. Right. Some of you don't understand. All we trying to do, man, let me tell you something. When people look up here, man, do y'all think this is easy? It's easy for us to just go home and keep the commandments. The phone wasn't ringing. People wasn't calling, hollering on the phone like they about to have a stroke or something, man, or die or something.
Break it out.
The text message about the wives that dealing with men, they want 2 wives, playing PlayStation. You know, we get all this stuff. So sometimes, man, it drives you. And you think about it, to come in here weekly and have an insane mind, you got to be walking with Christ. You got to be walking with Christ. Romans 15 and 7.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, read verse 6 again.
St. Matthew chapter 15 and verse 6. And honor not his father or his mother, he shall be free.
Free to stay in sin. Read.
Thus have ye made the commandment of God of none effect.
See, you made the commandments of God to none effect. Read.
By your tradition.
By your ways. Read.
Ye hypocrite.
What did he call it?
Ye hypocrite.
Read on.
Well did Isaiah prophesy of you, saying,
read on.
This people draw nigh unto me with their mouths.
So they got fringes on, don't they? They tell you they keep the Shabbat. They tell you they at the feast days. They'll draw near, they talk. That's the thing when I tell you, when you call somebody when they don't let what they say, I'm keeping these commandments.
Bring it out.
They draw near them with their mouth, ain't it? Read.
And honoreth me with their lips.
What's the big thing out in the world? That game. A lot of people got game. And that's talking about what come out their mouth.
That's right.
You thinking these young girls, let me tell you something. When you a man and you by yourself and you've been by yourself for a while, you look through the peephole and let shouty hottie out in front of your door. Do you A, open the door, B, walk back and sit back on your couch, or C, C, not even say a word? Somebody open that door. Be careful out there, man. Some of your sisters too. See somebody with a salesman suit. What did I tell y'all how to answer that door? Like Michael, didn't he? You moonwalk up to it, and when you see out that peephole, it's Granny with a pork chops there. You moonwalk back now. This plan. Don't, man, and be careful, man. Start watching what you do, man.
Right.
These people's out here watching us. A lot of people know. You got more Edomites know about this truth than our people.
Right.
They know what that menorah be on this. They know what this be.
Sure.
I had a guy tell me about a Hebrew. He was talking about, yeah, man, my coffee, man, and something about a Hebrew. The joke was so corny, man, I just lost me. But he seen that Hebrew on my head, talking about Hebrew coffee or something. Man, get your corny tail away from me. Read on,
But their heart is far from me.
Their mind is not even close to Christ. Read.
But in vain they do worship me.
See, in lies, a lot of these camps and a lot of schools and a lot of people, they worship him in lies. Read.
Teaching for doctrines the commandments of men.
You got a lot of them out here, man. They're not there. Give me 2 Timothy, man. 3 and 2. I just wanted to go through this and really get y'all set up to see what is coming and what is going to take place. Be careful. Be careful out here, man. Be careful. And one thing that I always say, I have never just had anybody that I have ever just disliked. I don't know what that is like. I never grew up with that spirit. Never. I remember I was somewhere over there where AG and them at, somewhere where I shouldn't been. Come my tires got slashed. I said, let me just go get 2 more, put on the car and go home. I shouldn't have been there. Come out, my tires slashed. I ain't did nothing to nobody. AG never wanted to go find out. Like, don't worry about it, man. Learn your lessons quick. Still don't. And the thing is, if people don't done stuff and they still want to come home, man, them doors are open. This is Christ's house.
Bring it out.
It's not my house. I can't tell people now they coming in here with that BS. We're going to put them out that door. Read on that.
2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 2. For men shall be lovers of their own selves.
See, you got this in these last days, even in this truth, man. Just like that sister in there fighting in that store. One, she should have been in more control. She should have controlled the situation from the beginning. You don't go in them stores like that. The first people they gonna target is you. The first people. How many times have you seen the police call? Who they come? I remember being in Arkansas. I was over my cousin's house, laying on the couch. They in there into it. Guess who they come in the house? Could you come outside? I'm like looking around. I'm thinking somebody standing behind me. They talking to me. Oh, you've been here over 30 days. Oh, you need to take. Like, listen, man, what the hell? But that's how it is. Never. Understand. Be in control of the situation. I think y'all seen last week they were dealing with Yoke. That the week before that they was dealing with the captain out there in North Carolina. Yeah. You know they'll talk for me, but I get hot headed. I know how to push their buttons though. You know, if you can control it and be able. I'm not going to jail now. I know when to back down. See, some of you sisters, once y'all get into that, take them glasses off. It's hot time in here. Clothes start coming, ripping the stuff, arms coming through your clothes. Can nobody tell you nothing? Sisters, listen to your husband. He said, babe, I got it. You have sisters all over the husband back. Man, I got to listen. You better get it before I get it. Sis, calm down. You got your wife. Y'all got to be in one. Let them deal with the situation. But you see that sister, she couldn't control herself. Hey, let them go ahead if they got to take you to jail, man, whatever. Because we don't know what the call was or nothing. See, because they came right in and put her in handcuffs. You can't be out there like that, man. Read, Art. Covetous, man. Read. Boasters, man. Read.
Proud.
Man, what are we proud for, man? We ain't got a pot to pissy.
Right.
Read.
Blasphemers.
Read.
Disobedient to parents.
They, and let me tell you something. These are the ones that your elders. Read. Unthankful, man. How you not unthankful, man, that you've been awakened? We could be out there in the same world, man, or we could be out there sleeping on a bridge ourselves.
Right.
How you not thankful for the Lord for calling you? A lot of you, man, have transitioned, have gotten your life better and better and better and better.
Right.
A lot of you have. I've seen it for myself. A lot of you have gotten yourself better and better and better. Some of you couldn't save a nickel to the next paycheck. But you have gotten better. You don't go give your money to the baseball Texas. Why would I go take $1 to the Texas Rangers? Now, one thing, too, I want y'all to know. I don't care about y'all doing things, man. It's not up to me to tell you what. If you got a few extra dollars and you want to go somewhere, man, go. But if you ain't got a few extra dollars and you want to go somewhere, stay your tail at home, man.
Bring that out.
Ain't got no bottled water save up, no food, no goods. And you gone out of town, get back, and the whole place don't crash. And you on the phone, yeah, I went on vacation, but I didn't save nothing. Don't be a fool, man. Why and stuff y'all want to go to a movie or something? It's okay. If everything in your hold up. If the electric bill ain't paid, ain't no way you need to be at the movie.
Bring it out. Right.
But it's certain things like the Mavericks game and the Cowman. No. You know they price guys you up in them places, man. A normal beef frank costing you $16 up in there.
That's right.
Be smart about what you do. Read.
Unholy.
Unholy, man. Unholy, man. A lot of our people just wicked. Read.
Without natural affection.
They have no natural affection, man. They have no natural affection. They don't. And the thing is, that's why a lot of you sisters ain't been to they come down there. It be hot down there some days, don't it? Let me ask you this. Well, when did air conditioning get invented? See, a lot of y'all didn't grow up with no AC in the house. See, a lot of you comfortable. Too comfortable. First thing the wife go in the house, what they go looking for the AC thing done. They trying to check the thermostat, man. Is it on 68? They going to look for that thermostat. They ain't care about nothing else. And let it go out. They ain't I'm finna go over mama's house. You can stay up in this hot house if you want to. See, they ain't got used to going through things. They got to get used to it, man. Sometimes I know when the electric was off almost 4 days at my house. I was in there buying lumber, putting it in the fireplace. It still was 59 in there. But being prepared, man. Read our
truth breakers.
Truth breaker, man. That's going against Christ. That's going against Christ, man. Read.
False accusers.
Like to tell lies on their brothers, man. Read.
Incontinence,
man. You can't restrain them. Read.
Fierce.
They're very aggressive. Read.
Despisers of those that are good.
They despise people that try to walk in this truth, man. They despise. Read.
Traitors.
They're traitors, man. Traitors, man. We have traitors amongst us. Read. Heady. Think that they something. Let me tell you something, man. What do you got here? If you're a beautician, does that make you better? If you're a barber, you got your own shop. Do that make you better? Ain't we all slaves? So, how can you think of yourself as somebody better than your brother or sister? I don't care what nobody, man. If we all pitch in together, we can all be great together.
That's right.
We can all be great together. Don't it say one? Some things that people got in their houses, they not even using. They rather just sit there as collecting cobwebs. I'm not even going to worry about it.
That's right. Bring it out.
One of your brothers and sisters might need it.
Right.
So, don't be heady. Read.
High-minded.
What?
High-minded.
These are the ones puffed up. See, when they get high-minded, man, they get puffed up. Them the ones out there that can't control themselves. Read.
Lovers of pleasures.
Hold on, what?
Lovers of pleasures.
Man, let me tell you something about the feast days, huh? You can call some out to that. Let me tell you, how many sisters been volunteering to come to that land and work in that garden? Lovers of that air conditioning, man. Sometimes you got to go against the grain. Do something that you not normally understand. How do you think your great-great-grandmother did it? And then think about it. She got 5 little ones in there. She came in there. She was already putting the glove on when she was coming out that garden. Because she knows she's going to have to put the hand on at least 1 or 2. 1 or 2 going to be in there bad. So think about it. It's not that hard. And let me tell you something. What happened is these air conditioners are refrigerating your body. When do you sweat?
Bring it out.
I do it when I work out. No. Come to that land, you can just walk, it come right out. Just keep a bucket with you, try to keep what you lost. Look how much, and let me tell you something, sweating is good for your body.
That's right.
Not sweating is killing you. But see, we don't think like that. Lovers of pleasure, man. Read on.
More than lovers of God.
They don't want to do the work of God, man. They don't want to do the work of God. Give me Ephesians 4:27. This here was it's just something for us to start trying to love each other, man. Even though we do things wrong, we ain't did nothing that grievous. Anybody did anything that grievous? No, you haven't. Nobody in here have. I can tell you myself. Now, I don't know, somebody may have done something, but from my understanding, nobody has never done nothing grievous to no one in here. But we got to communicate. Read
Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 27, that he might present it to himself a glorious church, not having spot.
All right, where you at? Start at 25.
Verse 25.
You wasn't even at 27. 4.
Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 27.
Start at 25.
Verse 25.
Hold up, start at verse 24.
Verse 24. And that ye put on the new man.
Hold up, the new man and the woman, read.
Which after God is created in righteousness.
Read on.
And true holiness.
Read.
Wherefore, putting away lying, speaking every man true with his neighbor. For we are members one of another.
We are members. We're joined together as a body. Read.
Be ye angry and sin not.
When you get angry, do not. What happened to that girl in the store? She wasn't sinning. She was just uncontrollable. So I'm pretty sure she get angry and then she sin. If you see a person out of control, you know a person that can't control their spirits. Read.
Let not the sun go down upon your wrath.
Let me tell you something. How many people don't understand this? This is why I tell you read your Bible. If you had an incident with somebody at 3 o'clock before that sun will go down, you're supposed to call that person and got that taken care of. Sometimes it's just better just to apologize. My bad. Let's move on. Hey, sorry. Some people want to get into discussion of why they failed. No. Sometimes you gotta take heed, man, and humble yourself. Read.
Neither give space to the devil.
See, a lot of times when you give space to the deceiver, that's what happened to our peoples. Read.
Let him that stole steal no more.
Let him that stole. We ain't got. I don't think we have that in here. I don't think we have that in here. Let's go back to Acts 7 and 51. Traitors. We pull these scriptures all the time out there on the street corners. But we never just really examine them. Read that out.
Acts chapter 7 and verse 51.
Read.
Ye stiff-necked and uncircumcised in heart and ear, ye do always resist the Holy Ghost.
See, these ones that don't want to accept the laws. Don't want to accept what's righteous. This is ones that are traitors. Read.
As your fathers did.
As your fathers did. Read.
So do ye.
So you follow the same step as your father. Who did Christ call you? You are your father, the devil. Read.
Which of the prophets have not your fathers persecuted?
See, you thinking understanding. Which of your fathers? Ain't you are your father? Read.
And they have slain them which shewed before of the coming of the just one.
They have slain them before. They understand, man. Read.
Of whom ye have been now the betrayers and murderers.
Betrayers and murder. Betrayers of the truth and murderers of your own people. Read.
Who have received the law.
See the testimony. Read.
By the disposition of angels.
Of the spiritual man's. Read.
And have not kept it.
They don't want to keep it. They don't want to keep it. Give me Ezekiel 3 and 7. They don't want to keep it. One thing you're going to learn, man, and it's truth. Let's see what it said, how to deal with them. Read that out.
Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 7.
Read on.
But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee.
They say they don't want to listen to you. Why would it say that? Read.
For they will not hearken unto me.
They say they wouldn't even listen to me. Read.
For all the house of Israel are imputed.
They are imputed, man. Read.
And hard-hearted.
Hard-headed, man. Can't tell them nothing. Read.
Behold, I have made thy face strong against their face.
See, the knowledge of our face is going to be stronger against theirs. Read.
And thy forehead strong against their forehead.
Read on.
As an adamant, harder than flint. have I made thy forehead.
That's just like that Christ, that rock. Read.
Fear them not.
Don't fear them, man. Read.
Neither be dismayed at their looks.
Read on.
Though they be a rebellious house.
These are the ones heady, man. Give me 1 Corinthians 4 and 6. They heady. You can't tell them nothing. You can't calm them down, man, and tell them hey, no matter what we doing, it's about the mission. It's about the mission, man. You thinking Moses didn't have, you thinking Joshua didn't have, you thinking none of these prophets, Samuel didn't, man, look at man, Jezebel was trying to kill Samuel.
That's right now.
Because he was a right, you always get them trying to kill the righteous men of the Most High. Read that, Ark.
1 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 6.
Let's deal with the high-mindeds. Read.
And these things, brethren, I have in a figure transferred to myself and to Apollos for your sake, that ye might learn in us not to think of men above that which is rich.
So you shouldn't see the problem when people get to talking. They must be thinking above that. You can't understand, examine that person by his daily walk. When you see a man that's out here landing on the land for their nation, or you see a man in here not doing nothing for their nation, it's gonna be either or. It's sisters. It's not about, it's Christ first. A lot of people have a problem with that in their house. I'm the queen in here. No. It should be Christ first for you. Always put Christ first. No matter what you're doing, you're at work and they're in there talking noise, you got co-workers. You be praying, just go in the bathroom and stall, pray to Christ. You know, look at Mike Jones. I had somebody call on the phone. They were asking me about Mike Jones. I said, man, I told him the Most High, Yahawashi gonna put that thing on him soon. Mike Jones walked across the street when we out there, man. Enough of that, man. Enough of it. Don't worry about nothing, man. You're going through something with your mama or your family. Pray, because your family is really in the truth. A lot of people don't really want to know that, but read up.
That no one of you be puffed up.
Hold up, what?
That no one of you be puffed up for one against another.
See, you shouldn't be one against another, man. When you puffed up, you going against your brother. Read.
For who maketh thee to differ from another?
Who maketh you to differ from one another? Read.
And what hast thou that thou didst not receive?
Didn't receive the word? Read.
Now if thou didst receive it,
that if you received it, read.
Why dost thou glory?
Why you honor it? Read.
As if thou hadst not received it.
As you not received it, you understand, man. Take it patient. Jump down to verse 15.
Verse 15. For though ye have 10,000 instructors in Yahawashi,
you have 10,000 instructors in Christ. Read.
Yet have ye not many fathers, for in Yahawashi I have begotten you through the gospel.
Read on.
Wherefore I beseech you, be ye followers of me.
He said, be ye followers. You got to understand. What happens when you see men and women walk up, they never was following Christ. You have to understand, keep young ox walking in the truth. One thing I can tell you, you won't hear none of them say a bad word about me since I've been in the truth. One, they might have some that they might not like what I said, but as far as it's bad doing something to our peoples or doing something, you won't hear it. Even when I was a member, I came in, I didn't come, I sat in the back. I wanted to learn. You used to have brothers running to that front, man. I'd be like, man, they trying to kill themselves, sit up front. Are they going to get anything? What's the difference from sitting up front and sitting in the back? I guess the word don't get back there then. Read up.
For this cause I have sent unto you
Timotheus, read.
Who is my beloved son and faithful in the Lord.
What was he?
Faithful in the Lord.
What? Let me tell you something. When y'all see brothers, understand, and sisters, that they be faithful following the Lord. Read.
Who shall bring you into remembrance.
Who shall teach you all things. Read.
Of my ways.
Read on.
Which be in Yahawashi, as I teach everywhere in every church.
He said, as I teach everywhere in every church. You understand? And Paul setting up the churches, man, to bring the word out to the congregations. Read.
Now some are puffed up.
See, you get them, man, they come in the truth. They've been in here 5 hot hours, man. They ready to teach a class. They ready to be out there on that street corner giving it like they bring. We go out there to feed people. Now, when we first went out there in Dallas, there wasn't no feeding going on because they was rebellious as hell. I mean, they were just dropping out the sky like they just take Grand Theft Auto, bam, here they come right over to the. But you try to teach them, man, but you have to understand how the Spirit is working you. My most thing, man, if I can teach somebody and I can get, let me tell you something, if I can get one of them to come to the school, I hear it all the time, they be out there crying, I'm coming. Then y'all just hear the guy in the video say, I'm going to be at the school. Al, what's that Al? Al ain't nowhere to be found, is it? I love Al. We had a good conversation out there. Al just wicked though. He want to go smoke his tweed. Read up.
Now some are puffed up.
See, some of them get puffed up. Read.
As though I would not come to you.
Read on.
But I will come to you shortly, if the Lord will.
If the Lord will. See, that's why a lot of times when y'all talking, y'all should always say, sister, I see you tomorrow, Lord will. You're getting more spiritual. I'm trying to get you to be more spiritual. Girl, I'll be by there tomorrow like you in control. Did you start that car? Yeah, I started up this morning. Okay. Battery out. What you going to do? Hey, call that AAA or somebody. Hey, babe, my car won't start. Read.
And will know not the speech of them which are puffed up.
See, he will not know the speech of them that are puffed up, man. Read.
But the power.
But the truth. Read.
For the kingdom of God is not in words.
It's not in words. Read.
But in power.
But the truth, man. It's only in the truth. Mike's gone dead. It's only in the truth. Let's keep going, man. Back to 1 Timothy, man. 3 and 4. We ain't got the mic. Read that out.
1 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 4.
Read on.
One that ruleth well his own house, having his children in subjection.
2 and 4, man. You know where I'm at. My bad. Mike go out, I go out.
2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 4.
Read on.
Traitors.
Read on.
Heady. High-minded.
High-minded.
Lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God.
So they love pleasure more than they love God, man. They love pleasure in themselves, man, their body and stuff, man. You know, I used to go get to the nail shop, get my feet done and stuff. See, I don't go waste my money no more, man. You know, I think somebody came in here last week, man, had their eyebrows waxed. You know, a little fruity or so, man, but read on,
having a form of godliness.
Having a form of godliness, man. They keep some of the laws, man. They wear their fringes, man. They come to the Shabbat. Read.
But denying the power
they
thereof.
Deny the truth thereof. Read.
From such turn away.
They say from such, man, make sure who you dealing with. Read.
For of this sort are they which creep into houses.
These ones that like snakes creep into houses, man. Read.
And lead captive silly women.
They lead them right back into bondage. This is going into man's. Read.
Laden with sins.
Burdens with sins. Read.
Led away with divers lusts.
Led away with diverse lust, man. Diverse. Different lusts, man. Different things that they dealing with. I always tell y'all, man, if y'all got something, call somebody at the table. I know that they're not really in sin. They're not in sin. Nobody up here smoking weed. They won't be sitting up here smoking cigarettes at the strip club, turning it up. You know, those are not godly men. And that's what we try to build the youth as, man. We want the young men to do the same thing. Read up.
Ever learning.
Always. They come into Sabbath class. They watch videos. Read.
And never able to come to the knowledge of the truth.
And the truth is being perfect, man. And the perfect is the laws. Read.
Now as Janus.
Hold up. As who?
As Janus.
Name is, read that again, as who?
As Janus.
Do you know Janus? They tell you this is talking about some Egyptian witchcraft, man. Janus is someone that's a seducer, man. Read.
And Jabber.
This Jabber is someone that's rebellious. Read.
Withstood Moses.
They resisted, they opposed Moses. Who did this? Why was this happening? This was happening with Israel. Read.
So do these also resist the truth?
They resist the truth, man. Read.
Men of corrupt
minds, man. When they not liking what's going on. Sometimes, man, when I know brothers have called brothers, man, and try to get them back on the right path, man, but they mind gone. They don't shut down. When you know a man don't turn and repent, it's a brother in here, man. I salute him, man. Brothers Red Child, he come home. Brothers don't want to come home, man. They stay out there in that world. It's not going to get no better out there, man. Corrupt minds. Read.
Reprobate.
What?
Reprobate.
Read.
Concerning the faith.
They reprobate concerning the faith, man. They reprobate, man. They don't lost their way. They don't lost their way. Read.
But they shall proceed no further.
They're not going to proceed no further in life, man. Read.
For their follies.
See, they follies. People's looking at them. They see your follies, man. Read.
Shall be manifest.
They're going to be made known. Read.
Unto all men.
All men. Read.
As theirs also was.
As theirs also was. Let's go get that in Numbers 16 and 2. Numbers 16 and 2. It's just one of them, man. Y'all have to understand, it's nothing new under the sun, man. Everybody come in the house is not going to stay in the house. Because they feel like if something ain't right, you have to be patient, man. I was out of school, I was patient. I didn't care what going on. I'm coming here trying to learn. They can keep that drama over there. I used to have guys come to me, give me all of the 411. I'm like, why don't you go talk to the leader and just get your stuff taken care of? My mind is go get it killed. Their mind is to try to spread the propaganda to see how many experiences they can destroy. And the same people that I started with, they're nowhere to be found. Read that out.
Numbers chapter 16 and verse 2. And they rose up before Moses.
Hold on, what did they do?
Rose up before Moses.
These are these seducers, these are these rebels, man. Read.
With certain of the children of Israel, 250 princes of the assembly, famous in the congregation.
They was renowned peoples in the congregation. You got to go have renowned peoples that are going to be in the congregation. Read.
Men of renown.
Men of renown. Read.
And they gathered themselves together.
Read.
Against Moses.
See, against Moses. Read.
And against Aaron.
Against the leadership. Read.
And said unto them.
Read.
Ye take too much upon you.
You think too much of yourself, man. Let me tell you something. When somebody telling you something like that, they thinking for you, ain't it? Right. How you thinking too much for yourself when you out there getting dirty? I tell you all the time, I see the people that I get dirty with. They be out there dirtier than me. Them the ones that I know really following Christ. When you're not following Christ, you're not trying to get dirty. I'm not trying to hear that, man. I want 2 wives so I can go to Walmart's. Read, Doc.
Seeing all the congregation are holy.
See, they saying everybody in the congregation are pure. Is everybody in here pure? No, they're not. Read.
Every one of them.
Read.
And the Lord is amongst them.
Read.
Wherefore, then lift ye up yourselves.
Hold up. Now, this will be the problem in this swamp. They be seeing the same thing. How y'all lifting yourself up? It's like we wasn't here from day one with day one brick. Just like I was telling somebody about the new school that's in Carolina. I told them, y'all ain't got to do all the work we did. I said, the building we moved in needed some makeup, man, some cosmetics, man. We studying here coming, trying to keep this old lady together, man. She always needing something, lipstick or whatever. So, understand, when you're not there to do all that, man, I got shirts, I still got black paint on them.
That's right. That's right.
Some of us, man, I know Matthias tell me at the Sawzall, he said, man, he thought his blood was going. What you say, somebody?
I said, I thought I was getting arthritis.
Read on, man.
Wherefore, then lift ye up yourselves above the congregation of the Lord.
Then how you gonna lift yourself up? Did not Christ lift us up? Did it not come from above? Give me Numbers, man, 12 and 6. Numbers 12 and 6. Read that out.
Numbers chapter 12 and verse 6. And he said, Hear now my word.
Hear now, this is Most High Christ speaking. Hear my word, read.
If there be a prophet among you,
if there be a messenger amongst you, read.
I, the Lord, will make myself known unto him in a vision.
Read on.
And will speak unto him in a dream.
So why is it that Israel want to pick and choose who they want to put up in front of the nation, man? Why? I call them men pleasers. If I had to go, we had to recreate a new thing, and if I have to just be a soldier, I'm good at a soldier. That's right. I'm like, man, leadership up there getting Kurt Angle, man, because leadership get Kurt Angle too, man. Right. You be at home, that phone ring, you be like, oh shit.
Bring it out.
You be like, man, should I answer? I just call him back in a few minutes. Let me get my thoughts together. Yeah, it's tough up here, man. It's a tough job. Tough job. All we trying to do is to get y'all to help. We need the sisters to be the nurses, the guys to be the staff, man. And we can do anything that the Most High put up on us. But no one is going to pick and choose. Then we're going to let the Spirit guide us. Read, huh?
My servant Moses is not so.
Is he not so, man? Read.
Who is faithful.
Who is what?
Who is faithful.
Why do we keep saying all these prophets, Timothy's now, man, they was faithful? You thinking they went through life, man, they probably had a bad, something go on, man. You thinking, but they was faithful still in this walk, in this truth. They was faithful to this work, to the word. Read.
In all my house.
In all my house. All my house. Back to Numbers 16:19.
Yeah.
Say faithful, man. He'll die for his people. I tell them all the time. Somebody tell me, y'all, I say, I'll take the first bullet. I'll take it. If that were to keep us moving, I'll take it. My whole thing is sacrificing. Sacrificing. Building young men to be men. Being able to understand we need to be versed in every aspect of this world. We can't just depend on Walmarts, man.
Right.
We can't. We have to start. Once we start doing for self, then the other nations are going to really hate you. Because we ain't calling on them for that defile food in Walmarts.
Right.
Read that,
Numbers chapter 16 and verse 19.
Read on.
And Korah gathered all the congregation against them.
See, look at this. You're going to have this thing, man. Gather all the congregation. Read.
Unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And the glory of the Lord appeared unto all the congregation. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, separate yourselves from among this congregation.
You say, get yourself away from them, man. Get yourself from these people that Korah and them don't gather together, man. Read.
That I may consume them in a moment.
He said, let me kill them. Let me get rid of them. See, these men spoke out of turn, not understanding it's the power that set things up. You have no respect for it. Read.
And they fell upon their faces.
And they what?
Fell upon their faces.
Read.
And said, O God, the God of the spirits of our flesh.
See, understanding where your place is at, man. See, a lot of us don't know where our place is at.
Yeah.
Let me ask these women something. These children talking back to you, do you take that? How many women take? Raise your hand that you let your children just run over you. Do you think you should do that to your husband? Huh? See, I got you, didn't you? You know I was going there, didn't you? I'm going to tell you something, man. Even though that husband might, let me tell you something. Sometimes communication might not even hear or understand. But let me tell you something. We always trying to make things better. You know, you understand, we wasn't taught nothing from daddy. My daddy whoop tail and pay bills, but hey, you know, tell me how to survive out here. But as far as telling me how to be a man in the house or a spiritual man, that wasn't taught to us. So some of it is still learning. So don't get mad. You get mad at your child. So you don't get mad at your child. Because you don't put that glove on and let him have it. You walking through there and then you know you're a lamb leg now. Don't take it personal, y'all. When we dealing with brothers and sisters, man, nobody ever take this personal. Don't take it personal. It's just it's rectifying what's wrong to build it to what's right. Read.
Shall one man sin, and wilt thou be wroth with all the congregation?
Read on.
And the Lord spake unto Moses.
He always spoke back to Moses. Read.
Saying,
read on.
Speak unto the congregation.
He says, talk to the congregation. Read.
Saying, get you up from about the tabernacle of Korah.
He said, don't deal with Korah and them. Read.
Dathan and Abiram. And Moses rose up and went unto Dathan and Abiram. Unto the elders of Israel followed him.
And then the ones that followed Moses, read.
And he spake unto the congregation, saying, Depart, I pray you, from the tents of these wicked men.
So he let them know that these men was wicked. Read.
And touch nothing of theirs.
Don't touch nothing of theirs. Read.
Lest ye be consumed in all their sins.
You're going to be consumed with all their sins, man. Read.
So they gat up from the tabernacle of Korah, Dathan and Abiram, on every side. And Dathan and Abiram came out, and stood in the doors of their tents, and their wives, and their sons, and their little children. And Moses said, Hereby ye shall know that the Lord hath sent me to do all these works, for I have not done them of mine own mind.
So you got to understand, we're not doing this of our own mind. We're being programmed at night to do what we do. To come deliver this word to help build a nation. This is the problem what separates, because the 2/3 are waking too. The 2/3 are the ones that can't get right. They the ones going to continue sinning. That's why you see them fall. Because that's probably who they was back then. The 2/3. Read.
If these men die the common death.
If they die the common death, read.
Of all men, or if they be visited after the visitation of all men, then the Lord hath not sent me. But if the Lord make a new thing, and the earth open her mouth, and swallow them up,
and destroy them, read,
with all that appertain unto them,
everything that they own, read,
and they go down quickly,
read,
into the pit,
read on.
Then ye shall understand that these men have provoked the Lord.
When you understand it, when you stepping out of order, you provoking the Lord, man. When men don't want to honor the order, they provoke the Lord. It's not a personal thing with me. I don't get mad. It frustrates me that people that don't understand that the scriptures can't be broken. Read up.
And it came to pass,
read,
as he had made an end of speaking all these words,
read on,
that the ground clave asunder.
It opened up, read,
that was under them.
Read on.
And the earth opened her mouth and swallowed them up, and their houses, and all the men that appertained unto Korah, and all their goods. They and all that appertained to them went down alive into the pit.
Read on.
And the earth closed upon them, and they perished from among the congregation. And all Israel that were round about them fled at the cry of them.
Hold up, what happened when something happened around our people? Y'all some scary people, man.
Bring it out.
See, you start fearing then. See, you be in the house or something, man, and you somewhere else, man, you see somebody getting their spine taken out. You know, hey, man, don't be that one. Read.
For they said, lest the earth swallow us up also.
They was understanding that they were going to be destroyed too. Over time, they was destroyed. It might not happen tomorrow, man. Read.
And there came out a fire from the Lord, and consumed the 250 men that offered incense.
And they wanted to go make sacrifice, man. You thinking the Lord is taking your sacrifice when you following men? No. Stay in the spirit, man. It's not about me. Just think, man, I've seen men that say they've been in the truth 20 years fall off.
That's right.
This is about the Lord. It's not about men. True men follow the Lord, man. Let me tell you something. It's a daily thing, man.
Right.
It's a daily thing. Jump down to verse 41.
Verse 41. But on the morrow, all the congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses.
What did?
Murmured against Moses.
They like, see our people, y'all don't understand our people, they got a nature, they naturally wicked. And they don't know that this is in their system. They don't know that they need to be cured. That's why I tell you about counsel. Read.
And against Aaron, saying, ye have killed the people of the Lord.
So they put him to death, man. And the thing is, why get mad? They see no wrong in these people in what they did. Stay out of other people's affairs too.
Right.
Read.
And it came to pass, when the congregation was gathered against Moses and against Aaron, that they looked toward the tabernacle of the congregation. And behold, the cloud covered it, and the glory of the Lord appeared. And Moses and Aaron came before the tabernacle of the congregation. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Get you up from among this congregation, that I may consume them as in a moment. And they fell upon their faces. And Moses said unto Aaron, Take a censer, and put fire therein from off the altar, and put on incense, and go quickly unto the congregation, and make an atonement for them. For there is wrath gone out from the Lord. The plague is begun.
Hold up. What's happening around here?
The plague is begun.
Read.
And Aaron took as Moses commanded, and ran into the midst of the congregation. And behold, the plague was begun among the people. And he put on incense, and made an atonement for the people.
These are the ones that had fringes on. Read.
And he stood between the dead and the living.
They call them dead and the living. Read.
And the plague was stayed.
And the plague was stayed. Read.
Now they that died in the plague were 14,000.
How many died?
14,000.
Read.
And 700. Besides them that died about the matter of Korah. And Aaron returned unto Moses unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And the plague was stayed.
Let me tell you something, man. Prophets have some power, man. A lot of times we don't know how much we have. And it's not that Houdini stuff, man. It's the prayer of power. It's the power of prayers too, man. That's why I try to tell you, a lot of times when I deal with someone, I go and pray about it. Because I want to make sure that I'm trying to help that person spiritually. A lot of times you're having problems at your job, go pray about it. Pray about it. Ask the Lord to give you a solution. Ask the Lord to take care of that. When we out here having drama with our brothers, we're not going to go out there and go gun for gun with them. We'll let the Lord take care of our problems. Back to 2 Timothy, man, 3 and 10. We're coming to the end. Pray about it. Pray about things, man. Don't take things into your own hand. Did Moses and them take it into their own hands?
No.
Read that out.
2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 10. But thou hast fully known my doctrine.
So they fully known the doctrine. Read.
Manner of life.
In the manner of life. Read.
Purpose.
In the purpose. Read.
Faith.
Faith. Read.
Long suffering.
Long suffering. Read.
Charity.
That's love. Read.
Patience.
Patience. Read.
Persecution.
Read on.
Afflictions, which came unto me at Antioch.
All these things here, Paul dealing with. Y'all don't think we're not dealing with the same thing? People don't understand as the congregation gets stronger, a lot of this go away. But as we get closer to the kingdom, it will go away.
That's right.
Read.
At Iconium, at Lystra, what persecutions I endured.
Hold up, what did he say?
What persecutions I endured.
He said, what persecution I endured. Read.
But out of them, all the Lord delivered me.
Hold up, out of everything, man, all the situation we go through, the Lord will always deliver you. What I'm trying to get you to understand, put your faith in the Lord. Give me Acts 20 and 22. Let's see what Paul's talking about. When you get there, I'll read it.
Acts chapter 20 and verse 22. And now, behold, I go bound in the spirit unto Jerusalem.
Read on.
Not knowing the things that shall befall me there.
He said going bound into the spirit unto the people, to Jerusalem, to the peoples, not knowing that shall befall. We don't know, man. We don't know if somebody gonna raise up, man, mad and flexed in the spirit. Nobody done nothing to him. What did Paul do? Anybody got a report on Paul? I know Saul was persecuting him, but he repented. If you repent, a lot of you don't want to get on that cross.
That's right.
That's what that crucifixion is, crucifying that spirit in you. A lot of people don't want to get on that cross and kill that old man. A lot of you don't want to come to the light. You have to crucify who you were, because who you were was wicked. Read.
Save that the Holy Ghost witnesses in every city.
It witnesses every city. The law gonna witness in every city. Read.
Saying that bonds and afflictions abide me.
Bonds and affliction abide me. Read.
But none of these things move me.
None of them move me, man. Read.
Neither count I my life dear unto myself.
He said, I don't count my life dear unto myself. Read.
So that I might finish my course.
What is he here to do?
Finish my course.
Read.
With joy.
He said with joy, man. A lot of brothers and sisters don't understand. We got to finish this course, man. This mission that we on.
Right.
We got to finish it, man. Step up. A lot of people don't like to step up, man. They like to step back, step out. Read.
And the ministry which I have received of the Lord Yahawashi.
He said this ministry he received from the Lord. Read.
To testify the gospel of the grace of God.
To testify of it. Read.
And now, behold, I know that ye all, among whom I have gone preaching the kingdom of God,
read on,
shall see my face no more.
They shall see it no more. Read.
Wherefore, I take you to record this day.
He said, I take you to record this day. Read.
That I am pure.
What does he say?
That I am pure.
Read.
From the blood of all men.
That's what you need to be examining. Because a lot of y'all don't be understanding when you out there teaching that word, you got blood on your hands.
That's right.
So when you start getting bugged out in the head, that's because you was out there and you're a hypocrite. You out there living two lives.
That's right.
You better understand. Paul understood. You better understand what your mission here. Back to 2 Timothy, man, 3 and 12. Understand what this ministry is about. Read that, Ark.
2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 12. Yea, and all that will live godly in Yahawashi shall suffer persecution.
Let me tell you something, man. You're not going to walk around here without suffering, man. That's right. People going to hate you for nothing, man.
That's right.
Read.
But evil men.
But what?
Evil men.
Read.
And seducers.
This is what they were talking about in verse 8. Read.
Shall wax worse and worse.
They're going to get worse and worse, man. If y'all don't get yourself right, man, you can't control it. You ever had a dream where you're falling? And you wake up? Some of you ain't never been on a cliff and you're falling or something. Some of you can be on a plane, man, and you're falling. Can you stop it? Read that verse again for me.
But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse.
You're not going to stop that drop. You're not going to stop that falling. What's going to happen when you hit that ground? Splat. That's why I tell you, man, you need counseling. Get counseling. If you need to talk about things, man, get it together. Telling you. Read.
Deceiving and being deceived.
They're going to be deceiving and being deceived. Read.
But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them.
Read on.
And that from a child thou hast known the holy scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through faith, which is in Yahawashi.
Y'all should make sure y'all write that verse down. 2 Timothy 3. And 14 to 15. That one you need. Read it again.
And that from a child.
See, some of them come in here. They man. They ready for that meat, man. You're a child. You have to be retired again. Read.
Thou hast known the holy scripture.
See, once you read it and you continue, never stop reading your Bible, man. That's your comfort. That's your meditation, man. That's where you get your joy from. Read.
Which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through the faith which is in Yahawashi.
Make thee wise unto salvation, man. Unto Yahawashi. This is what we preach. Read.
All scripture is given by inspiration of God.
These scriptures wasn't given by no man. I heard camps out here talking about James and, now they picking and choosing. No. Everything in here was written for our learning. Read.
And is profitable for doctrine.
Doctrine, read.
For reproof.
Reproof, man. That's getting you right. Read.
For correction.
For what?
For correction.
Read.
For instruction.
Read on.
In righteousness.
In what?
In righteousness.
Read on.
That the man of God may be perfect.
The man or woman of God may be what?
Perfect.
What?
Perfect.
What?
Perfect.
Read.
Thoroughly furnished unto all good work.
What kind of work?
unto all good works.
What kind of work?
Unto all good works.
Give me 1 Corinthians, man, 12:1. We're going to get out of here after this. Understand, man, the last days going to be evil.
Right.
We're going to have a lot of things. Man, make that 2 Corinthians 12:1. I don't know where I'm at, man. I'm lost. Yeah, that's where I'm at, man. I don't know why I love the right one. Read that, man.
2 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 1. It is not expedient for me doubtless to glory. I will come to visions and revelations of the Lord. I knew a man in Yahawashi above 14 years ago. Whether in the body, I cannot tell.
Say, I couldn't tell, read.
Or whether out of the body, I cannot tell.
Say, even out of the body, I couldn't tell, read.
God knoweth.
God knoweth, read.
Such a one caught up to the third heaven.
Caught up to the kingdom, read.
And I knew such a man.
I knew such a man, read.
Whether in the body,
read on.
Or out of the body,
read on.
I cannot tell.
Read.
God knoweth.
God knoweth, read.
How that he was caught up into paradise and heard unspeakable words, which it is not lawful for a man to utter.
Read on.
Of such a one will I glory. Yet of myself I will not glory.
Hold on, what did he say?
Yet of myself I will not glory.
Boy, this is one thing Israel don't read, man. They ready to glory themselves, man. Read.
But in my infirmities.
But my infirmities, man. Read.
For though I would desire to glory.
So I would desire to glory. Read.
I shall not be a fool.
Hold on, hold on. When you glory in yourself, what you could become?
I shall not be a fool.
Read.
For I will say the truth.
I would tell you the truth. Read.
But now I forbear.
I decline. Read.
Lest any man should think of me above that which he seeth me to be.
Read on.
Or that he heareth of me. And lest I should be exalted above measure.
That's pride. Read.
Through the abundance of the revelation.
Read on.
There was given to me a thorn in the flesh.
This is all lust. Read.
The messenger of Satan.
The what?
The messenger of Satan.
What kind of peoples are these?
The messenger of Satan.
Read.
To buffet me.
To deprive me. Read.
Lest I should be exalted above measure.
My understanding. Read.
For this thing I besought the Lord thrice.
They said I besought. I went and prayed thrice, 3 times. Read.
That it might depart from me.
That this might get off of me. Read.
And he said unto me.
And he said, Christ said, read.
My grace is sufficient for thee.
That my grace, man, my mercy is sufficient for thee. Read.
For my strength is made perfect in weakness.
My word is made perfect in weakness. Read.
Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities.
Read on.
That the power of Yahawashi may rest upon me.
May rest upon me. Read.
Therefore, I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in necessities, in persecution, in distress for Yahawashi's sake.
Read on.
For when I am weak, then am I strong.
Then am I strong. Read.
I am become a fool in glory.
I become a fool in glory. Read.
Ye have compelled me, for I ought to have been commended of you. For in nothing am I behind the very chiefest apostle, though I be nothing.
What did he say?
Though I be nothing.
Read.
Truly the signs of an apostle were wrought among you in all patience.
Patience, read.
In signs and wonders.
Read on.
And mighty deeds.
Everything you do come through Christ. Come from Christ. That's right. You're not doing nothing here for yourself. And when you get puffed up, that's when you start seeing yourself.
That's right.
That's why I tell a lot of you when you go out there in them street corners, reach the Spirit. No matter who I'm telling them to reach the Spirit. When you out there tooting your own horn, nobody hearing you. Nobody hearing you. Be yourself on them corners, man. Right. Sisters, be yourself in this truth. Walk in the light. Shalom.